Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to Islamic Preacher and Apologist, the ultimate channel which informs and at times answers the most complicated questions. Now let's get to the video. Yes. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Why did I re-upload this particular refutation video? Before I gave you one example and now I'm going to give you two examples. This time round I'm going to be giving an example of a beautiful couple, but let's first have a look at what he has to say. Does the Quran allow marriage to children? A Muslim challenges David Wood to show such a verse which gives such a permission. But let's see first what David Wood had to say and which verse David Wood had to show.
According to the Quran, Muslim men can marry, have sex with, and divorce girls all before the girls have reached puberty. In Surah 2, verse 228 of the Quran, Allah revealed that if a Muslim man wants to divorce his wife, he should wait until she's gone through 3 monthly cycles, i.e. 3 monthly periods. That's the waiting period called the iddah. But the question later arose, what about wives who don't have monthly cycles? How long should their husbands wait to divorce them? The Quran answers this question in Surah 65, verse 4, where it gives divorce rules for 3 categories of wives who don't have monthly cycles. Women who don't have a monthly cycle because they're too old, girls who don't have monthly cycles because they're too young, and women and girls who don't have monthly cycles because they're pregnant. The verse declares that if Muslim men want to divorce girls who haven't yet reached puberty, they have to wait 3 months instead of 3 monthly cycles. The verse reads, "And those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the iddah, prescribed period, if you have doubt about their periods, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, i.e. they are still immature, their iddah, prescribed period, is 3 months likewise, except in case of death. And for those who are pregnant, whether they are divorced or their husbands are dead, their iddah, prescribed period, is until they lay down their burden. And whosoever fears Allah and keeps his duty to him, he will make his matter easy for him."
This is how this beautiful couple came about. It's not exactly the one in the picture, but this beautiful couple that's going on in my mind. Actually, we were talking about Allah and how Allah makes matters easy for those that actually believe. What happened was this beautiful couple in the earliest stage of marriage just didn't have children. The girl was actually 18 and the husband was actually 22. This girl's mother died when she was around 6 or 7 years old. Her father wedded her off when she was 18, but the problem was she just didn't have monthly cycles. And because her mother died when she was still a child, her father never told her anything to do with the monthly cycle. In the western part of the world, when you reach 11, schools actually tell you about that. But in countries like Pakistan or India and Bangladesh, they just don't discuss things so openly. If any of you who have actually forgotten school time education, these cycles actually start from 12. But I know girls who started at the age of 11. But getting it any time between 10 and 15 is okay. When many months went by, the mother-in-law got a bit worried, thinking why isn't she getting pregnant? So she actually sent the daughter-in-law to the doctors. There it was discovered that she actually had a blockage. Now, the sad part of all of this is that the mother-in-law should have sent both of them because it's not necessary that it's going to be the daughter-in-law, not with the son. Now, the daughter-in-law did go for a medical treatment, take medicines, etc. But do you know what happened? She did get cured, but later it was discovered the problem was also in her son. The son actually also had a low sperm count. Only homeopathic medicine actually worked for him, and Allah made the matter easy for him. Why did I suddenly think about this beautiful couple? Because just recently they just gave birth to a beautiful son, second son. Could you believe it? So there you go, Allah made the matter easy for him. But now for my previous example, which I gave earlier on. And I forgot to mention to you, which I should have said a little bit earlier, that she's not highly educated. She was only educated until 16. In order to give you the second example, I have to speak about history. A lot of you do not know how Pakistan came to existence. Many years ago, there was a conflict between the Hindus and the Muslims in India. The conflict got so bad that people were entering Muslim homes and raping the women. Many people, in fear of rape, got their daughters wedded off as soon as possible. And many people hadn't yet read the translation of the Quran. The circumstances were so bad that people were worried about their own lives and their daughters' safety. Now listen on. In Pakistan and even India, it was taboo for a woman to lose her virginity before marriage. And men didn't accept women where a different man had gone into.
In case there's any confusion,
In case there is any confusion, you show us more translations. But there is one problem. If a man has a relationship with a woman who hasn't yet started her monthly cycles, the monthly cycle begins after having a relationship in that case. And how do I know this? One of my ancestors got married before they reached their monthly cycle. The parents of that girl who hadn't read the Quran's translation got their daughter wedded off before their daughter reached puberty. This happened during the India and Pakistan partition, and many Muslim parents actually got their daughters wedded off for their safety. I was told by an elderly lady that her cycle started as soon as she had a relationship. This means that during our Prophet's time, the actual rukhsati, that the marriage was not consummated until the girl actually reached her cycle. This means that Islam is actually talking about divorcing those women whom they had not yet come close to yet. On one side you say that our Prophet waited 3 years, and on the other side you're giving this verse. Looks like your horses do not like to sit in one place. The information that I'm providing could only be provided by a female apologetic who has spoken to a lady from many years back. It is understandable that many years in the past, if we go back 1,400 years ago, certain commitments were made as soon as parents found decent partners, and that girls were matured before their time and understood that they had to get married. It was an era of poverty and early maturity where children understood things much before their time. And commitments were also broken if the potential partner did not seem appropriate. People used to go for a nikah just so that the visitation of this potential partner could be considered halal. However, these visitations were usually made in front of the girl's wali, which is the parent. If the cycle has not started and the girl is not mature, it means that the man has not gone close to her, as it indeed was un-Islamic. Anyhow, I have refuted this claim. If you like this video or appreciate that I have refuted David Wood, do give a thumbs up. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Take care and goodbye.